Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome back to Souls and Stardust podcast channel. I'm Shannon. I'm going to be doing your October love and life reading. We're going to see what messages come up. I'm going to be using a number of different decks, two of which Mio and I both created together for Souls and Stardust. So if you're interested in getting one of those, you can find the information in the description. Okay, so I got 3 cards here that popped right out. And for those of you who are new here, I shuffle until the cards reveal themselves. That's the deal I have with Spirit. So we're gonna see what's going on for Sagittarius for the month of October. And keep in mind that whenever you come across this energy, this reading, the energy is fluid and it could mean something now, it could mean something later. So stick around for the whole reading too, because sometimes some of the messages will resonate, but you may not get those until midway through the reading. I'm reading for a number of different Sagittarians. So the first card we have is Treasure Island. This shows up in the reverse though. This is definitely a card about prosperity. It's about the law of attraction and bringing all your dreams into fruition and manifesting abundance appearing as if out of nowhere. But when the card shows up in the reverse, it's considered a message of protection or something that we have to keep in mind, something that we're struggling with. This is telling us that some of you Sagittarians may be having a struggle with poverty consciousness or a sense of like not having enough or not being enough, and that's casting some kind of a shadow on your path, or it's preventing you from moving forward the way that you would like to be moving forward. When we hold on to ideas like that, we radiate that energy. So that's a really high cost, and you don't want to be proclaiming yourself a victim to that kind of mentality, because that's what then manifests in your field for you. So you have to consider, like, ask yourself the questions. Are you avoiding success for any particular reason? Are you avoiding success because you'll grow so tall or so what's the word I'm looking for? Like you'll gain so much attention that it will be uncomfortable for you, and others may be jealous or want to cut you down. What is your fear of success here, I guess, is what I'm trying to ask you. You need to be honest with yourself. Or is it possible that you're caught in fear that you'll lose what you've acquired, that you've worked so hard for, and you're holding tight to all of that and missing opportunities as they present for you to expand? So this is you being challenged with a limited perception of your reality and what's possible right now. Right now, you're meant to be taking a risk for whatever is out there, for your way forward, for your expansion, and opening the door for opportunities. Sorry, my kitty cat is getting into mischief over there. The second card we have here for you, Sagittarius, is the Never-Ending Story. This is a card that's about self-criticism. It's about the wounded ego. So there may be some wounds here that you're getting ready to heal in October. It's also about unnecessary drama. And this is a card that is talking about the stories that we weave in our heads, in our hearts, about the loss that we've sustained, rejection, humiliation, self-loathing, arrogance, any kind of suffering that's born out of unnecessary drama. This is a card that is speaking to how you might be stuck in a loop of telling yourself that you can't do certain things, or you must not go there, or you shouldn't stay, or you shouldn't do this or that, because it's not going to work out. So again, this being a victim to your circumstances, or even just like the circumstances you create in your head that may not even be real. you just need to know that none of this is true. So much is possible. You're capable of so much. And the voice that you hear in your head is just, it's small and it's fear. And you have to get beyond what is creating this story for you. Why are you creating this story? Did someone tell you these things that made you believe it? What has you believing them about yourself? What are you getting caught in? What's the loop you're getting caught in? And what is the root of those beliefs? So this is about you stepping out of victimhood and into a place of expansion to be able to move forward. Right now, things just look very distorted for you because of the story that you're telling yourself in your head. You are not your story. You get to change that, right? You're the narrator. You get to change what that story looks like and sounds like. And I just saw 5:55 on my timer. In terms of relationships, this card talks about sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another person and that results in pain. And it's not because of abuse or neglect, but it could be like more complex reasons, right? It could be shame, fear of intimacy, low self-esteem. Those are challenges that are presented in relationship. And this is really an opportunity for you to do some deep healing around those experiences and what story you've created in your head based on those experiences. You are enough. You are lovable. People will pick you. Rejection is not the end all be all. It's a redirection in your life. So this is you needing to reflect more on the stories that you weave about love and connection and lessons, and less about abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Those all bring learning with you too. So keep that in mind. Have compassion for the parts of you that's telling these stories. None of them are true. This is something you get to heal as you're coming into it. And how appropriate the next card that we have for you, Sagittarius, is the Building Blocks card. I love this card because it's about having a strong foundation. Like, look at that foundation she's standing on. It's very solid, and she's very confident. She's looking out into the distance as more blocks are lining up. It's kind of like a Tetris game here. Strong foundations, beautiful work in progress. So this is you doing your healing. This is you addressing the things in your life that, maybe like cracks in your foundation, right? How beliefs have changed for you, what you now understand is necessary and what you're worthy of, what you deserve, what you want, and understand that you get to have those things. This is you cultivating an extraordinary life based on your healing and your new beliefs that you have put in place. Everything's being underwritten for you right now. Everything's changing and you're building from the ground up, which is a beautiful experience to have. But it may mean that your values, your ethics, your morals, your core beliefs, those could all be changing as you find out more about yourself and you're having experiences with people that are also bringing a lot of learning for you. So just keep asking yourself, what's still true for me? What is still true for me? And do I get to hang on to that? And what's not true for me anymore? And then you're cultivating a new philosophy and a way of being for yourself, which is really beautiful. That's evolution, Sagittarius. And you get to design this, which is the most exciting part of it, right? You get to decide what fits and what doesn't anymore. And you can leave that stuff behind if you want to and adopt new things. In terms of relationship, so if some of you are in a relationship and you're looking for guidance that way, this is a card that's about letting you know that you're attracting new things into your life based on your new way of being. It's solidifying relationships you already have based on your experiences, but this is about new foundations that are very solid, sturdy. It's about being true to yourself. It's about communicating what you need. It's about being very genuine and having genuine desire for another person and having them desire you genuinely too. It's moving toward like beautiful new groundwork, like solid foundation and relationships. So this is a very positive card. And long-term relationships, if you are in one, this is about repairing, fortifying, strengthening, and then seeing the counterpart that you have as someone who's helping you become stronger and wiser and more powerful together than apart. So those are beautiful cards, Sagittarius. We're going to just pull from your girlfriend's No BS Love Oracle. Oh, that one wants to come out. Do you see that? Remember, you are worthy of the best freaking love, okay? So what are the stories that you're telling yourself? I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Here you go. Remember, you're worthy of the best love. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Oh, here we go. Love can't find you if your heart isn't open. So if you're in lack mentality, if you're worried about putting yourself out there, if you're worried about success, if you're afraid of actually finding love and receiving it, you're going to repel it, right? So what are the stories that you're telling yourself? What's true for you still, and what do you need to get rid of? And that's going to help you open your heart and become available to the beautiful things that can come in. Right now, you're kind of closed off, Sagittarius. You're maybe a little jaded, feeling a little hurt, kind of stuck in a cycle of wounding. All has to do with the stories that you're telling yourself. And remember, you get to change that. You're the author of your own story. So what else does Sagittarius need to know? What else? Anything else? One more, maybe? One more. Or three more. We'll look at them. Extra effort is needed to give this relationship a chance. Okay, so remember, you're like unearthing a bunch of stuff that you need to move through. You need to unravel the stories you're telling yourself. You're building a new foundation. And so you're going to have to work harder with your partner if you are in partnership to come together and to integrate all this new stuff that's occurring to you. Okay, slow down, gain some perspective. Yeah, so even if things are challenging right now, it doesn't mean you have to turn tail and run. Just breathe. Ask yourself those deep questions that are important for you to understand what's at the root of what's going on for you. And some connections are not meant to last forever, which they're not, okay? So if you find yourself in a situation where some of what you are experiencing has to do with misalignment in the relationship, that's okay. That's okay. Some people come into our lives and help us figure out that we need to change some things about ourselves in order to grow, and they stimulate that process for us. This also could be referencing like what you have connected to in the past may no longer serve you now in terms of values, beliefs, morals, all of that stuff. So that's just not meant to last forever. We're meant to grow. We're meant to evolve. We're meant to reach new higher levels. Okay, I'm going to just ask the quickie stick what else Sagittarius needs to know. What have I just been saying? How does this feel in your heart? Okay, ask yourself the deep questions. Be very honest with yourself. What's really going on here? Not feeling it. Okay, I'm not feeling those stories that you're telling yourself either, Sag. So really pay attention to what feels out of alignment, what does not feel good to you right now, and examine it deeply. Ask yourself why. What's going on here? Yes, do it. And I hear in my ear, this is about healing. You need to take these steps. You need to take these steps to help clear out some of the old stuff to make room for the new. We're coming in to this last quarter of 2023 with huge energy. We're on the, we're coming into an eclipse season. That's when like the universe takes over, and that's just pure destiny, right? So do the healing now. Start your healing now and see where the universe takes you as a result of taking those steps. All right, I'm going to see what the Tarot says for you, Sagittarius. What does Sag need to know for October or whenever they get this message? What does Sag need to know? What else does Sag need to know? Oh, I love this card. This is 10 of Cups. Okay. I mean, some people call this the marriage card. I think of it as like all your wishes fulfilled. And a lot of people think of the 9 of Cups that way, but I love the 10 of Cups card. I think this is all about love, community, happiness, soulmates, harmony in relationships. It can be soulmates, divine connection, heart opening and expansion, wholeness, which is, I think, what you are moving to, Sagittarius, as you do this work. You are the only one standing in your way, is what I hear. Okay? You are the only one perpetuating your own suffering right now. So ask yourself how you might be doing that and what stories you might be telling yourself. Let's see what else needs to come out. Any more cards for Sag? Ooh, there we go. All right, we got the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, this is about establishing balance of give and take. It's, again, it speaks to harmony, I believe. I feel like when I see this card, I think about the balance of give and take, two-way abundance, like giving but also receiving. Like, what are you ready to receive? And I know I referenced at the beginning of this reading, are you afraid of having love, like receiving love, right? You may give it, but do you actually receive it? Do you feel like you're worthy of receiving it? This is very clearly a card of giving and receiving. Somebody's giving, the other person's receiving. It's like a charitable, generous mindset. It's awakening, it's advancement, growth, it's help coming from others. So this is showing gratitude in your life and realizing, boy, I have some really good stuff going on. Why am I focusing on the stuff that seems negative? So Spirit is asking you to pay attention to what you could be moving into that's really wonderful, what you already have that is wonderful, and then how to balance that better, like this giving and receiving, that energy. Okay, I am going to pull an affirmation card for you, Sag. I'm recovering from my traumas. Yes, you are. Time to do that work, Sag. I wish you all the best for October whenever you're watching this. It's my honor to read for you, and let me know how this resonates in the comments below.